Hey guys, it's Dani on Editor X. I've been having a lot of fun diving into the rich design capabilities of this web creation platform. In this class, I'll show you how I use a sticky position to create a dynamic viewing experience and give my art a really fluid effect. Let me show you how it's done. So, for this design, I want to start with a wide open section. I'll hide this header, but I have a cool design in mind for the footer. So for now, I'll go to the inspector panel where I can control the exact size, position of any element and set the minimum height of the footer to 350 pixels. The scrolling aspect is key to the design, so I'll select this main section and set the minimum height to 5,760 pixels to make it really long. Okay, great. I want this page to be loud, so I'll make the background this bright blue color and then head over to the Add panel to add a container for my first egg. You can grab any kind of element from here in the Add panel, even business tools and apps. I just need a container right now, but I'll come back later for more. The egg is going to span down the page, so I'll resize the container this way. Now, I'll add the PNG files I uploaded earlier. I divided the images into different folders to keep me organized since I'm going to be adding many separate files. So, if we start with the first egg, you'll see I've separated into 4 parts. I have the top shell, the bottom shell, and 2 parts of the yolk. I select each image and add it to the page separately. Cool. Now that I have all my images on the page, I can start moving each one into the container. I'm starting with the top shell, and then this part of the yolk, making sure it's aligned perfectly. Now, I'll move the bottom shell and dock it to the bottom of the container, since the egg will start open and scroll to close. And then I'll add the last part of the yolk. Let's stretch the container slightly so that the yolk fits perfectly. Awesome. I want to stack the top shelf yolk section together so that they always keep the same relative position to one another. To make the egg stand out, I'll change the background of this container to be transparent. And make sure to set the borders at 0 pixels. Now, I'm going back to select the stack I made and set the scroll effect to sticky so that it stays in place as I scroll. Let's hit preview to see how it looks. Almost perfect. Just need to fix a few things. I'll set the background color of the top shelf to match the color of the section so that it hides that extra yolk as it slides underneath. And I'll do the same exact thing for the bottom shell. Maybe bringing this shell forward will fix the problem? Let's try it out. Not there yet. We masked the extra yolk, but the egg still isn't closing the right way. To fix this, I'll move the bottom shell a bit outside of the container into a negative bottom margin. And I'll move the yolk down to connect it to the shell. It's important to make sure that both of these elements are always docked at the bottom. Now, I'll open the Layers panel to rearrange the order of the elements. While I'm here, I'll rename the container to keep the track of my visuals. And drag the bottom shell on the top of the other images. That should do the trick. Looking good. I still have 2 more eggs to add. So the easiest way would be to go to the Layers panel and duplicate the first egg. I'll rename this container, let's say egg 2. Very original, I know. Now, I'll select the top shell and click here to replace the image with the top shell of the second egg. I'll do the same for the other parts of the egg and make sure the elements are resized and aligned so everything fits nicely. All right, now I'll do the same thing with the third egg. Add some text, and to give the page a little extra buzz, I'm going to place some static images I have saved before. And check it out. Okay, so remember that footer I was talking about earlier? I want it to be just as unique as the rest of the page. So I'll start by adding this title image I uploaded earlier and place it in the middle. Then I'll add this circle shape, stretch it out a bit, and duplicate it twice to create this cloud-like shape. You will be able to see it better when I change the color to white. See? Ready for the final product? Bam! Alright guys, that's all I got for you. If you didn't catch my other videos, make sure to check them out and learn how to design your next creation using features like text scale and custom menus on Editor X. Adios.